again, and welcome back to part 3 in a series of videos where I talk about and give my thoughts and opinions on this year's Junior Eurovision Song Contest entries for 2024. If you haven't seen the first 2 parts of the whole entire series, then please do go back and check them out. I will leave links in the description box below, and I'll probably put them in annotations or something like that, but hey, you know, I'll leave them there if you want to see them again, because I've already reviewed 8 out of the total 17 participating countries. But this time, instead of it being 4 countries per video, I will be whittling them down to 3 countries per video from now on. But want to find out what they are? Well, let's find out together. Roll titles. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everybody. My name is Jamie Jew. Welcome back to a brand new video where once again I react and review to all the entries in this year's Junior Eurovision Song Contest. This time around there will be 3 countries I will be reviewing this time around and giving my thoughts and opinions on it all, and of course a disclaimer which I should have mentioned in part 2 to be honest with you, but I've already mentioned it in part 1. These are all my own personal opinions, so if you disagree with them, you know where to put them. Leave them a comment below and all the rest of it. But this time around I will be reviewing 3 countries out of the next lot, so that'll take us to a total of 11 after this, and the next 3 on that list are Estonia, North Macedonia and Cyprus. But as always, I will encourage you guys, before I do any reviewing, to subscribe to my Eurovision YouTube channel, because I am of course doing all the reviews for this year's contest, and I've done previous ones beforehand all the way from the 2021 Eurovision Song Contest. That's when I first started, so get subscribing if you haven't already done so. And of course, if you want to be kept in the loop, then ring the bell to get notified about my latest videos, and of course give this little like, a little like on this video as always. But without any further ado, let's get on with it, shall we? First up, I am reviewing Estonia, and the lead singer for this time around is Annabelle with the song Tänavad. Oh, this is certainly a interesting number, that is for sure. It's up-tempo and also very dance anthemic as well, especially with the chorus riff in it. Even though it's all in Estonian, so I don't understand the lyrics. So I will definitely know the lyrics come the context. Hopefully, you know, when I get time and all the rest of it. But you know, even though it's got a lot of dance elements into it, it's actually quite a dark sounding song when it comes to the actual instrumentation and the production value and the chord sounding of it as well. And in a way, there's like a lot of multiple layers in this when it comes to the studio version of it, especially given the layering of her voice as well. But yeah, it's got an interesting dynamic to it all that it's weirdly intriguing, so it could be a sneaky surprise of the contest, you never know. However, that being said, I do think that there appears to be multiple layers with her vocals come the studio version, as I should have touched upon this as well. But yeah, it's weird, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like taken sort of like a slight lower tone of a voice and then a mid and then a high combined all together. That's just how I feel about it. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it's going to sound live come the contest, because we've never, I don't think I've ever heard of it live as of yet. But as I said, the production is very well polished, very well strung together, but I can't be absolutely clear as to whether it will do brilliantly well or not so much. But interestingly enough, it has gained a lot of fan attention across the board. Some say it could potentially be top 5 or top 3. There is like a small people out there saying it could potentially win the whole thing. I'm not 100% sure as of yet. If all goes to plan, I reckon the public will absolutely go for it, but I'm not so sure the jurors will go for it. But it all depends on how it's produced on the stage and what her vocals are like on the night. That is all it's purely going to be down to at this point. But I do particularly like it. I think it could potentially go far, just needs to get everything right. For now, I'm going to give it a 3.1 out of 5. Good luck to Estonia, because I think, you know, you could do potentially well. I'm just kind of fingers crossed for you, you know what I mean? But from the Baltics to the Balkans, as we head over to North Macedonia for my next review. This time around they are sending a duet for this one with Anya and Alexei performing the song Marathon. Well, put it this this way, this is not the only song that has gone from like a fairly gentle and actually rather nice sounding ballad to go from an up-tempo number. I'm looking at you, France. We've already reviewed that in part 1, go check it out. And do you know what's even more interesting about it? In my opinion at least, the ballad part is a little bit better, if not more better, than the up-tempo part. I mean, the beat might catch on a little bit, but I feel like it should have generated something more because it sounds quite repetitive and also quite generic compared to the other entries this year. It's almost like little bits here and there as far as the actual chorus is concerned are just sort of plonked together in order to try and come up with something decent without much thought given. No disrespect to the artists themselves, I'm only having a go at the songwriters, okay? But yeah, the English chorus, I mean, run, run, run like a marathon. It was repetitive quite a lot of times. It might catch on in some people's minds, but for me, I felt it was a little bit like grain, especially towards the end. It was like, yeah, we get it, run like a marathon, blah, blah, blah. But look, no issues at all with the singers whatsoever. I mean, they sound like they've got some good harmonies together, and I think it was the male vocalist, I think it was like Alexi who was doing the high part of it. I could be wrong, but they sound like they could coerce together. The choreography in the music video was certainly sounding good. I can't see why they shouldn't, like, you know, do with the same like with the staging as per the music video, especially with those like marathon tracksuit kind of outfits. I'm guessing that's what they're going to go for, but for me, I think they should have elevated the chorus a lot more. I don't know what it is, like they sort of kept it fairly low with the chorus. I should have upped it, like maybe I'm overthinking here, but yeah, like I honestly feel compared to the rest of the competition so far at least, I don't see North Macedonia doing that much damage in the contest, and I fear it could be bottom half at least. I don't think last, I just don't think it's going to trouble the scoreboard too much. But yeah, it's not bad, but not atrocious whatsoever, but it's mid. I'm going to give it a 2.6 as far as that is concerned out of 5. It's annoying because last year there was a lot of people sort of hyping up North Macedonia big time and still somehow end up flopping. This year I think it will. But from a mid to, I think, potentially ending on a high, as we are turning our attention to Cyprus. And it's nice to see a good returning country, it has to be said, because Cyprus have taken it fairly seriously beforehand, and I think they've got a potential bit of seriousness here, as Maria Pisadiris is performing the song Crystal Waters. Ooh, it's that little guitar at the beginning that kind of gets your goosebumps a-flowing, doesn't it? This is quintessentially Greek in more ways than one. I mean, I don't care if it's just Cyprus. This feels very quintessential, just culturally magnificent as far as Cyprus is concerned. It's got the style, it's got the culture with the beat and the boom da ka boom ba, doing that sort of style. Yes, okay, it's cliche, but for whatever reason, the production just feels smooth and they're just nice and breezing into it, you know what I mean? But here's the thing, I think this is more akin and suited to the adult contest rather than the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. I feel like it is kind of too good to give it to a kid, personally. Let's face it, it's very Chanel, is it not? In terms of the feels and the vibe, especially with the bridge part. My goodness me, there's going to be a dance break in the bridge part. If there isn't, I swear to God, I'm going to sue you. But that's the thing, in terms of the bridge part and the feels, the adult jurors will definitely go for it because it's stuff we've heard before and we're familiar with it. I'm not so sure the kids jurors, or indeed maybe some members of the public will go for it. It will depend on the staging, and of course, vocals sound decent. They're not going to be, you know, elevating or anything else like that. But you know, they're not going to be, you know, Celine Dion levels. But they're nice, they're solid, and they work well with the song. Look, being a Eurovision fan myself, I do personally like it, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do like it as well. I'm just not so sure it's going to do as well as you think it might. They maybe, well, at least top 10 for sure, definitely top 10. I'm just not so sure it's going to do as well as you think. But yeah, look, for me personally, I hope Cyprus does really well. I'm going to give it a nice, fairly decent 3.2 out of 5 as far as that's concerned. It's the beats and the do and honestly, the music video makes you feel like you want to be in a nice tropical beach in Cyprus, that is for sure. I like the feels. I don't know. Well, anyway, staging and, of course, the performance itself will be a time-telling factor as far as on the night is concerned. Good luck to Cyprus, I'd say. And then about this particular video on my thoughts on those three particular countries, and if you need a quick reminder on where those are, those points will be reminded you on the screen right now. So that without any further ado, there are my points. But never mind what I think, please do let me know what you think in the comments below. What was your particular favourite out of those three, or who do you see potentially doing well or not so well? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, you know the drill by now. Subscribe for more of my Eurovision juicy goodness, smash the like button on this video for good measure, and of course ring the bell to get notified about my latest videos. Catch you again in the next one. Bye bye everybody. Bye bye.